Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Polygon Matic. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we're in a healthy uptrend and we haven't lost this June low with the pullback that we had in December and in November. So this is a very healthy uptrend for Polygon Matic. This shows demand and this shows that people don't want to sell, even though Bitcoin has been dumping multiple times since June of last year. So this shows strength, and if we drop in a Fibonacci retracement from the swing low here in June last year to the all-time high in December 2021, we have our 1.618 target at $11.55. So that is going to be the price that I'm going to be targeting for the next bull market, because from where we are right now, that is a solid 10x or so, slightly more than a 10x. And with the market cap that Polygon Matic has, this is a fair expectation, because they're a very strong project. Obviously, the partnerships are coming in strongly, and with more demand coming in the bull market, that price seems very doable to me. But I wouldn't be expecting anything like $20, $30, $50, although it is possible, but you have to consider the market cap, because Polygon Matic cannot have a larger market cap than, let's say, I don't know, Cardano, Ethereum. So you just have to manage your expectations and try to stay conservative and avoid those moonshots, so to speak. But if you stay patient, you will probably see these prices here and you will be able to take profits. So the major resistance level that we want to break above right now is $1.24 for Polygon Matic. That is our major resistance. We failed to hold above it here in February. We broke down below. We didn't even have a back test of resistance. So it is still possible that we might see a move to the upside there and a back test of resistance. And that will still be negative, because you're going to be creating a local downtrend here, which is not something that we want to see. So the support below us, the immediate support below us, is going to be $1.04. That is the yellow trend line here, and as you can see, we've had multiple bounces off of this trend line in the past, both as support and resistance, so you have to keep an eye on this trend line. That's going to be a great entry point. And if you haven't bought into Polygon Matic yet, I would encourage you to, start looking at some buying prices, because the longer you wait, obviously, the less of an opportunity you're going to have, because with each day we're getting closer to the Bitcoin halving, and at some point these prices are going to be like a dream for some people, because they were not buying at these prices, and once Polygon's going to be sitting at $2, $1.50, $1.60, they're going to be sorry that they didn't buy in at these levels, just like people are sorry that they did not buy in at 30 cents here in June. So you have to understand that if you're waiting for 50 cents, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. So you have to swallow your pride and start dollar cost averaging, because otherwise you're just not going to be in the project at all. So you have to understand that, but I'm not saying you have to buy all in at one price or something like that. There is always the possibility that we might see a flash crash with a major pullback and a capitulation for a lot of altcoins, and you may see Polygon Matic, for example, dump all the way down to 45 cents. Now, if you want to set up buy limit orders in advance, just in case that happens, that's also a very smart thing you can do. But if we start losing the 0.5 fib level here at 96 cents, your immediate support below is going to be the support block here between 75, 76 cents roughly, down to 69 cents. So as you can see, we held this area as support nicely throughout last year, from August all the way up until January this year. So this was a major support level where a lot of people dollar cost averaged in, and I was talking about this area for a while. So that's what we have for the daily chart. Long term, like I said, $11.50. We have $7.33. That is going to be Another target that we have, and the minimal target, the 1.272, is sitting at $5.34. So these are some of the levels that you want to be looking at in the next bull market. Taking a look at the daily chart now on the RSI, this support block around the RSI of 35 is going to be a great entry because you've had multiple bounces from there since September of 2022. So every single time you came down to it, you had a move to the upside. You had a little fake out here in March, but you still managed to have that move to the upside, that bounce. So I would say if you buy some tokens right now and you see the price and the RSI move back down and the RSI is sitting in this support block, just know that historically that's a pretty good entry point since September of 2022. So that's something to keep an eye on. Obviously, if we drop even lower than that, let's say you put in $100 here, you bought, and then you had a little bounce, you were like, okay, we're moving up, and then you have another capitulation down, you buy in there. You put $500, for example, in that area because it's even cheaper right now. So that's the sort of logical way of thinking about it. The lower you go, the more you buy. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, guys, I quickly want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. And if you want to become a part of the Patreon and, get access to a lot of exclusive content, such as podcast episodes for patrons only, my trade alerts, my entire portfolio. I share everything that I buy and everything that I sell. If you want to leave some requests, we can take a look at your projects on Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I try to do daily updates and daily posts in there. So if you want to try it out for free, you can do that as well. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can do that and let me know what you think. Let's get on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart on Binance, as you can see, we do have a swing low here in January of 2023 and the swing high in November of 2022. We retraced all the way up to our 1.618 target here at $1.45. That was a very good exit for anyone looking to swing trade. And from there, we saw a very nice pullback down, 36-ish%. Into the golden pocket here, which is the 0.618 fib level, all the way down to the 0.5 fib level. And that was a very good buying opportunity. We talked about that before we got there because we've had this fib on for quite a while now. So if you manage to get back into this support block, into this golden zone, then that is going to be a very, very nice entry point for anyone looking to buy Polygon Matic. So also, what you can do is you can try to extend this yellow resistance trend line above us because, as you can see, we've been running into it as resistance for quite a while now. So the next impulsive move to the upside, there's a good chance that we might do the exact same thing and run into that resistance and have a pullback from there, let's say all the way down to the 1.272 or even the 1 fib level. So that's something to keep in mind if you're looking for some short to mid-term trades. If you're buying for the long term, I would say anything around $1 to $1.10 is a very, very cheap price. And of course, you have this major support trend line since September of 2022 at around about 74 cents. So that's going to be a major support level for us to hold. As long as we don't lose that, I wouldn't be worried about us coming all the way back down here to the low of 2022 June, even though that would be a great buying opportunity in my opinion as well. Taking a look at the weekly RSI here, as you can see, we're slowly but surely coming back down to this pink support trend line, and I would like to see a bounce off of this before we start another impulsive move to the upside. It is also possible that we might come back down and retest this pink trend line. As you can see, we've done that multiple times since September of 2022. So both of these areas are good buying opportunities. I don't expect us to come back down below any of these trend lines or below the lower pink trend line unless we see Bitcoin pulling back down aggressively. And that is still possible, that is still possible. We could have another 20% pullback or 15% pullback on Bitcoin in a few days because of some bearish news thrown into the markets by either the US government or something bearish happening or a black swan event per se. So that is something that you want to always have in mind, because you always need cash in case something like that happens. Because if you see a 40% pullback for your altcoin and you don't have any cash to buy in, well, that's your mistake. That's you not planning accordingly, because you always want to have some spare cash to buy into these major dips. So that is pretty much everything that I have for you regarding Polygon Matic. The project looks very strong, looks very good for continuation. Very nice uptrend here. So thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the chart, please let me know down below in the comments section, and I'm gonna see you in the next update. Take care.